So a few weeks ago, I hit a wall. I found myself asking, what the heck am I doing wrong? Because I've been in this industry for over 30 years. I've built a brand, trained instructors, created programs, and poured my heart into this business. But in that moment, it felt like none of it mattered. And as I sat with those feelings, I realized something. Maybe I wasn't asking the right question. And that question inspired today's episode. Let's get into it. If you're a dance or fitness instructor who wants to grow your classes, boost income, and turn your passion into a real business, you're in the right place. Each week, I'll share the exact strategies, lessons, and truth smacks from building a thriving belly dance fitness brand. We'll dive into what actually fills classes and keeps students coming back so that you can build a profitable instructor career. So, lace up those sneakers and pull on those dance shoes. It's time to build the business you deserve. I'm Orit, and welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. So, have you ever felt like what used to work just ain't working anymore? Like you keep showing up, you keep teaching, you keep posting, you try new ideas, you know what I mean, right? But somehow you feel stuck. I recently had one of those moments and I was so upset, not mildly frustrated at all. I mean, I was sitting there thinking, what the heck am I doing? I mean, so much so that I contacted, my fellow colleagues and asked them what they thought. And I was just really feeling down in the dumps to the point I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to put a live video out there or a recorded video and just tell the industry what I think about it. Just tell the formats what I think of them, But I knew, I just had to get it out there and I had to sit on it. And of course, I knew that it wouldn't be the best thing to put out on social media, but it felt great and I needed to do it. But I know now that what I really need to do is educate. I can show some of my frustration. I can be a little provocative, but still educate in a professional way. When you've been doing this for so long as I have, that feeling hits so freaking hard because I've been in this industry for over 30 years. I've built a brand. I've trained instructors. I've created programs, workshops, certifications, a virtual studio, coaching, and a podcast. I mean, that's a lot, right? So when things kind of feel quiet, it's hard. It's easy to start spiraling. You know what I mean? And honestly, that feeling is what prompted me to create this episode because after I let myself feel upset, I had to ask a harder question. Was my business really going nowhere? Or was I trying to grow it while still operating as an older version of myself? And I had to really, really think about that because sometimes the problem, it's not your marketing. It's usually not your offer or social media, or your choreography, or the algorithm. Sometimes simply you've outgrown the version of yourself that built the business that you have now, and I think that's what I'm going through. And the identity that got me here may not be the identity that takes me where I want to go next. As instructors, we spend so much time learning. We're always learning, whether it's like a new certification, a dance style, a social media strategy, or like creating a new playlist or whatever. But how much time do we spend becoming the person who can actually lead the business we say we want? Just think about that for a second. Because everything we do comes from who we believe we are. Again, think about that for a second. See, at every new level, folks, something inside of us has to change. Think about this idea. You'll never outperform what you believe you deserve. That one idea, that really hit me. Gosh, think about that again. You'll never outperform what you believe you're worthy of. Wow, that's deep. I mean, how many instructors say they want more students, more income, more visibility, more opportunities, but deep down they're still wondering, who am I to ask for that? Who am I to charge more? Why would anyone want to choose me? And let me tell you, I've had those thoughts a lot. And that's what happened to me when I was spiraling a few days ago. even after decades in this business. I catch myself sometimes. So it's not a marketing problem sometimes. It's a self-worth problem. Think about this. What worked before may be holding you back now. Because the habits that helped you survive in the beginning of your business now may become the habits that limit your growth. Maybe being available to everyone helped you build relationships, but now it means you have to create boundaries. Or maybe charging less helped you attract your first students, right? But now it keeps you underpaid. Or maybe doing everything yourself helped you get started, but now it's exhausting and it's preventing you from leading. Think about this. What worked before wasn't wrong. It just simply no longer fits you now, right? And where you're going. So I really had to sit with this, that in order to grow, you've got to let go. Because for me, when I think about growth, I sometimes think about, and this is backwards, I think about adding something. But no, sometimes it's letting something go. You know, for some instructors, it might be adding another certification, a class, another strategy, another offer, right? But letting go of that belief that you have to do everything, learn everything, letting go of the pricing, letting go of the need to be liked by everyone, letting go of the version of you who keeps asking for permission, right? That can feel uncomfortable because even when an identity isn't serving us anymore, it still feels familiar. You want the familiar. You want the comfort of that. You want the safety of that. These are the questions we need to ask. Instead of only asking, like I was doing before, why isn't this working? Let's try asking, what version of me do I need to release? Or what story am I still believing? What am I afraid will happen if I grow? Or am I behaving like the person who already leads the business I say I want? Right? Those are uncomfortable questions, but it really shows you where you're stuck. So here's my own next step, okay? When I was sitting there thinking nobody was interested in me and that my business wasn't going anywhere, I wanted an immediate answer. I wanted proof that everything I had done mattered. I kept on saying, I'm good at this shit. God, I really had a moment. I'm really telling you, this was a hard moment for me. Why doesn't anybody like me? I'm good at my craft. And what I needed someone to say was, Orit, you're on the right track and keep going. And that's what I got from my colleagues. So thank you. You know who you are. So maybe the stage that I'm in isn't asking me to wait for proof. Maybe it's asking me to become the version of myself who keeps leading before the proof arrives. So that's my next step. I need to start leading like the business I want. And that's not easy, but that's the work I need to do. So today, folks, I don't want you to ask only, what strategy do I need? I want you to ask, who do I need to become? Because maybe your business isn't waiting for another certification. Maybe it isn't waiting for a better logo or better music or like the next viral reel. Maybe it's waiting for you to stop operating as the person who built the first version of it. Maybe it's waiting for the leader you're becoming next. And honestly, I think mine might be waiting for her too. So that is my homework. And for those of you who are still in the beginning stages of your business, you're not doing anything wrong. Keep going. But just know that a few years from now, that you're going to need to change who you are, grow a little bit more in order for your business to grow. Gosh, being an entrepreneur is like freaking therapy. It can be cathartic. It can be terrible sometimes, you know. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for everybody. But I do have to say, building a business really made me who I am, and I'm really proud of who I am. All right, folks, I hope this helped. And if you feel like it could help another colleague, a teacher, a friend, please pass this episode on. And if you'd like to come into my world, learn from me, get coached from me, learn a way of teaching that really makes an impact on your students and on yourself, I would love for you to come into my world. Go to sharkey.com, simply go to the Teach tab at top, and there are many ways to work with there. I would love to meet you. All right, everyone, until next episode, I want you to go and kick ass.